Trifecta sound.
Times we've had, they are the only thing that I can hold or say with through. Don't wanna love like that. I've had, I've had, I've had, Saturdays, baby, who's on your mind? How I know that it's Saturdays, baby. Why aren't you crying? Cause you know you had Saturdays, baby. Hard to find, but honey, I got Saturdays. Right now, I can see it in your eyes as you walk out. No halls on the king, never back out. So you leave the fall, but you came out like a flower, it's blue. I wanna love like that. Times we've had, they are the only thing that I can hold or say with through. Don't wanna love like that. I've had, I've had, I've had Saturdays. Can you hear that?
What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Rage Radio presented by Trifecta Sound. I'm your host, as always, Diego Juarez AKA Mr. Rager, and I'm your monthly dose of anything heavy, sad, weird, different things that you may not be used to listening to on a regular basis that I'm trying my very best to put you onto. I don't just play hardcore and metal music. I play what I feel resonates with me, what I feel like is doing something different. And I feel like today's guest 100% encapsulates that. The dynamic duo Yin and Yang Saturdays, consisting of Cameron Wesley and Grant Celestine, are at the time of this recording just about 1 month removed from the release of their debut album Yin and Yang, a sonically pleasing genre-blending R&B infused album that genuinely sounds like nothing else I've ever heard before. They're currently gearing up to debut their live show to the world, and I am so stoked to be able to have them here today, as I'm fully confident that they are the future of pop, R&B, and beyond, because every genre they touch turns to gold, and I can't wait to hear what they do next. It's a huge honor for me to finally say this, but Grant, Cameron, welcome to Rage Radio.
Yo, thank you so much, brother. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Here to
Hell
go.
yeah. Yeah, no, I'm stoked. Like I was saying, I'm stoked to finally have you guys on, because I actually reached out to Cameron like a year ago before I went on hiatus. I was like, hey, like maybe you guys want to come on my show. But I'm glad it didn't happen back then, because obviously the album wasn't out, and now we can actually talk about the album and everything. So how are you guys feeling like now that that's out there in the world?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's still pretty weird that these songs are out there. Like, I think usually before this album, we would pretty much finish the song like a day before we release it. So we were like, yeah, like just out there. But we really sat on these songs for what was about like 3 months. So having them out in the world kind of felt like, well, it almost felt like I was being laid bare. But it's a really cool feeling seeing people connect with the songs in a new way.
That's hype. Like, we've been at this for so long, and everybody's been saying, "Oh, where's the album?" And we're like, and then now it felt perfect time to do that with our newest sound, and now playing to the people next week. So that's gonna be super fun.
Dude, yeah.
Well, yeah, and like you say, your newest sound, and that that was what I think one of the most curious things about the album, because I've been following you guys basically since the start, and your sound definitely has changed. Because like when you were releasing stuff like Nocturnal Skin and Velours and everything, it was a bit more of like an alt metal sound, and now you guys are basically full on like R&B pop, but you're still. I feel like you guys are doing it your way, and I think on your newly updated website you described this, but you're calling it hyper R&B, and I think like that's like such a perfect way to describe it. And I think honestly, like we've had hyper pop for so long. I think you guys are perfect to be the pioneers of hyper R&B. But why, like, how come you guys decided to go that route? Because it doesn't feel unnatural. Like, it doesn't feel like you guys are just saying, we're going to do this because we think TikTok wants to hear it. It's genuinely, it's genuinely you. But why did you guys decide to sort of go that route?
100%. Yeah, thank you so much. It was a so we started like we played instruments like we were just two friends making music, and when you have like a guitar and then drums, you kind of just feel like you got to make like something alt rock adjacent. And then we got into Deftones, and we were like, dude, this is sick. Then we met a few friends in the community that made metal too, and we were kind of like, I guess this is what we got to do. And then I think we just kind of really got introspective, and we're like, dude, we don't even really listen to metal like that. Like all of we liked metal because we could interject R&B and like jazz and classical music into it. So then we were like, you know what, fuck it, we'll just make what we want to hear. We It took a little bit of like, time to find our footing. I think songs like Whispers in the Garth and You and My Desire are much more like R&B forward, and that was kind of a proof of concept just to know that we could like tap into that. But I think the sound that we have now is totally even like I feel like in my kick patterns I still have that like metal backbone.
Oh,
But
100%. Yeah.
yeah, but the sound we've cultivated, it feels like it's a culmination of all the things that we've liked. So.
Back it up, baby. Lead to the task. Give me everything you got. Right along the streets, we first met on the sheets. Share our bed stolen on the beach. They won't catch us unless you get pushed to the edge. Take the lead if you back it up. I'll set you free as you back it up. I'm what you need when you back it up. Push it on me like you back it up. When you're here, you make it all better again. Your pieces of it, what? Fly like a dove, escape from it all. You better again. You better. Push, push, better. Push, better. Push, better. Back it up, baby. Watch you leave to the fog you came from. Look for you in the halls we danced on. On the edge of the cliff we stand on. Don't you get close to the edge. When you're here, you make it all better again. Your pieces of it, what? Fly like a dove, escape from it all. You better again. You better. I'll set you free if you back it up. I'll set you free if you back it up. I'll set you free if you back it up. I'll set you free. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Picking up the pieces of it. Escape on it. Push back on it. Escape on it. You push back on it.
Well, you could definitely, I don't know if it's just me and because I've known your music, or if it's me and I know music in general, but I could hear like, I know you guys have like obviously the big influences, Michael Jackson and everything, but I could hear like metal influences still throughout your tracks. Like even in the opener, the drop, like that is such like a metal moment, right? Like that's like where the breakdown would be in a song. Instead, you guys have the drop into the chorus. So it doesn't feel like you guys have evolved, but you haven't let go of your original sound completely. And I think that's special because not a lot of bands do that, and they just try and make what the people want to make them satisfied. And it's funny that you mentioned Whispers in the Garth, actually, because I know there was a video I watched. It was like an old interview of you guys when you were working on that song in like 2022. Uh, and like how I want to know, one, why didn't that song make the album? And two, how did you decide what made the album? Because you guys obviously have so much in the vault if that song is that old, right? Like,
Dude, it's so funny you bring that up. Like we shoot, when did we
That was during that was right after Valor, and we were really into Puma Blue at the time.
yeah.
okay.
And we were like, okay, this is tough. Like, let's do this. And
The original was
it was actually metal song.
Yeah, it was a metal song, yeah.
And then we pushed it to some R&B forward, jazzy feel. And then we're like, okay, that was cool. But making music with real instruments is tough.
Hmm.
So we're like, okay, this is great. We'll do it another time. But right now we have an itch for electronic.
Yeah, and then with Whispers, yeah, it was like I think yeah, we made the original thing like
Actually,
yeah, 2022, something like that. And it was metal and we were like, it's cool, but we couldn't really figure things out. We couldn't figure out like our vocal direction for everything. We were just kind of like struggling to figure out how we place this because it was literally the same like R&B section and then it would be like a metal breakdown. And we were like, yeah, this is a lot, man. So after I think we sat on it and we were just like, okay, we'll cast it to the side. I think we've made like 20 different metal tracks that will probably never see the light of day. But we've like in cool ways like reinterpreted those into some of the new songs on the album. Like what?
With Me,
Yeah, With Me
like
was
that intro is very metal in my opinion.
yeah,
Like,
super metal.
That's my favorite track on the album, by the way.
Oh,
Much love.
Yeah, that bass, the bass line, like near the end where that comes in. Oh, that's like metal right there because it's like so much like bass slapping and everything. So
100%.
Heck yeah.
I think yeah, that metal like sound like we came up on bands like Loathe and Deftones. That's
Yeah.
always gonna feel central to us. But we just found that metal we weren't able to convey what we wanted to. And yeah, it takes so long to record like drums and guitar, stuff like that. And I feel like I've always been drawn to piano. So I was like, fuck it, we're just gonna like transition our sound out elsewhere. And I think it's easier to make the sounds that we want to now, but I also think they sound more us, like you're able to put our fingerprint on it.
Yeah. And also we want to have fun on stage and be free.
yeah.
That's
So,
a big part of it, yeah.
like me and Cameron, we actually in 8th grade, we had our own dance group with just us two. And we would dance to like Playboi Carti songs. And we tried to make it a thing. We're like, and then I guess it came out later in us in our relationship,
Yeah.
like 10 years later through Saturdays. And we were like, bro, we want to dance, like have dance moves. So I think the instruments had to take a break.
Yeah, because our live set was super awkward too when we were doing the metal thing. Like
Yeah.
it was me on stage with guitar, and then it was Grant. He's got to be on the drums. So we were like, how do we like make this cool? Like
I wish I told you yes, yes. 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 I would, are you the clay? You walk on me, hey, it's a dog bad. I wish I told you yes, yes. I wish I told you yes. The tragedy, give me something agony, rid me of intensity. As you move your hips, yeah, holding back myself from saying. Now want you to know you're invited. Take off your clothes with my guidance. The vision say you never left my head. And I wanted you to know that I'll say yes. If you say yes, I'll say yes too. If you say yes, I'll say yes too. If you say yes, I'll say yes too. If you say yes, I'll say yes. Come on. Tragedy, give me something agony, rid me of intensity. As you move your hips, yeah, holding back myself from saying. I want you to know you're invited. Take off your clothes with my guidance. The vision say you never left my head. And I wanted you to know that I'll say, vision, so you never left my hand. And I wanted you to know that I'll say yes.
Well, and like, it's funny how like, when you guys first came out with like Velours, I discovered you guys because a mutual friend Gustavo Hernandez from Omerta posted you guys, and I was like, oh, this is super cool, and I was like, I really like their alt metal sound, and I'm gonna see where they go with it. And then you guys dropped "You and My Desire," and I was like, this is not where I thought this was going at all. But I was honestly so stoked because I was like, oh, this is different. This is something new. This is not what I expected. And every single track you guys have released since then, and every single song on the album, completely different from each other. Like it doesn't sound like anything else you guys have done. You guys keep building and improving and just honing your sound. And I'm like, man, I already want more. Like you guys just released the album. I'm like, give me more, like right now. But no, I think you guys made the right choice in continuing on the path that you're on now. And it's funny that you mentioned how during you guys were doing live sets, it was just Grant on the drums and you with your guitar. What were you guys doing for vocals? Because I know there was like a character almost that Cameron had created, like Throb. What was that all about? And what?
So we were Cameron.
Oh my goodness.
We one night we were like, all right, man, we don't have a singer. We tried some people in town where we were
Yeah,
at.
we were like
Oh my
dire
God.
straits. We had been through so many singers. We were like, we had, I mean, to their like, to their point, like we're like, yo, we want you to sound like fucking Beyonce on this hard metal track. Like we were asking a lot of the
Yeah,
singer.
no pressure or anything. Just sound like Beyonce.
Yeah, basically.
And so we were one night we got in the studio with a lot of people and it just was not working. And me and Cam were sitting on my couch. We were like, damn, what do we do? And he was like, fuck it, I'll sing it. And I was like, go ahead, man, just try it. And he was like, but I don't want to be the singer because I'm gonna be on guitar. And I was like, ah, damn, okay. And then we were like, what if we created a fictional character and let's name it Throb because our music feels like throbbing. And you're like, cool. So we made a deck that night, what the person would look like, and then hired someone to be the actor. And each person
It's
is different in each video, actually.
Oh shit!
Different guy. We like, because yeah, we were so like I'll always love guitar. He'll always love drums, and we were at that point. I was kind of like, dude, I just want to play guitar. I didn't really want to sing. Nor did I feel like my voice really fits singing. And then I was thinking about live. I was like, okay, I got to really choose one. So we were like, fuck it, we'll have like a lip syncing third member that can take up space on stage. And then yeah, you can imagine how like our live sets were like, dude, how are we gonna do this?
Yeah.
Like, the mental gymnastics. So Throb, it was just me the whole time.
Well, I'm glad you did the reveal because like I remember when you guys were like thanking Throb and like when you had posted things, I'm like something doesn't add up here. I'm like this doesn't feel right. I'm like I'm pretty sure that's Cameron, but did people when you finally did the reveal? Because I'm in the Discord, but I only kind of lurk because I have no time to like contribute anything. When you did the reveal, did people believe you at first?
No, low key, a few people were like, nah, no way. Like people genuinely thought Throb was like a real person, and then people were upset because they were like, yo, like I can't believe they're not thanking Throb or crediting Throb anymore. Like all this guy's hard work and they keep him in the shadow.
Wow.
So we're like, oh my God, we gotta address this. Like, yo, no, Throb is literally just me.
But
Well,
Throb
yeah.
is a mindset.
Throb is mindset.
That could have ended up backfiring because people would have been like, "Why isn't Throb on the album? Why isn't he in the credits?" It's like,
Exactly, yeah. People were like, dude, I miss Throb. Like, where's he at? It was like, yeah.
And
he's been here the whole time.
Yeah, literally.
the name on the thing is Throb Seal. And how we made the name is obviously Throb, Heart Throb type shit. But our favorite, how we came together, made a band was Lark and Seal. So
Lark and Seal.
yeah, they're a J-Rock band.
Oh, okay.
And we were like, all right, well, Lark and Seal is the French word for rainbow, I believe. And we are like, let's just use Seal as a last name.
It worked. It fooled everyone. It fooled me for a little bit, and then I finally was like, "No, this ain't right." So.
It's like you knew that I can't let go. Searching for you down the streets of snow. Since we breathed in time, said no to go. No, no. I see you clearly. Eyes we so deep in this feeling. Nobody else here could believe it. This must be it. It's what you wanna do. Say goodbye. I don't want to say goodbye. Since we breathed in time, say no to go. No, no, no. Through the haze, I see you clearly. As we sink deeper in this feeling, nobody else here could believe it. This must be it.
You always reminded me of the snow. Gone as soon as things start to heat up. I need you to tell me something. Come on.
Tell me what your eyes can see. Tell me what your eyes can see. Tell me what your eyes can see. Tell me what your eyes can see.
No, we be up before the silence. Not a farthest between us and what is. You can say we can do it if we hold hands. But divine promise, honey, no kidding.
Honey, loving you is easy. It's when you're acting like you need me. Nobody else here could believe me. This must be it. I thought you knew that I'd let it go. Nothing you do couldn't bring us home.
I said we can't take back. Spread your wings on the back. Hand in hand just like that. Set us free, I'ma take that.
It's what I wanna do. Say goodbye now. The Cupid's here seem to lie. The mist covers both our eyes. I'll hold your hand for tonight. Just know that this is good. Honey, loving you is easy. It's when you're acting like you need me. Nobody else here could believe it. This must be it. It's like we're getting gray. It's like we're getting
So now that, and I mean, this episode's going to come out after your live show. So if you want to spoil it, you can, because no one's going to know. What is your live show going to look like now that you have everything figured out? Because that's at the time of the recording a week and a few days away. So what's that going to look like?
Yo, it's gonna be crazy. Actually, I don't want to reveal too much because we're gonna be doing this for more live shows. That's a cool spoiler, I guess. Like we're gonna be doing way more after this one.
Okay, good.
In the near future, and it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a lot of things that people have never seen before. Like we're really big on crowd interaction, and shout out to I want to shout out this band, Static Dress. I'm sure you know.
Hmm.
Saw them live, Ollie, and the singer Ollie is so good on stage, and a lot of that is just because he talks to the audience so well. And I think that's kind of exempt from like R&B and hip hop in some ways. I feel like a lot of R&B hip hop acts they want to like be mysterious on stage and just like I don't really I see them a little bit like hyping up the crowd and shit,
Yeah.
but I think that showmanship I was so wowed by Ollie as well as like Chino from Deftones. They're really good on stage, so it's going to be super interactive for the audience, and every single song is going to be flipped on its head in a new way.
God damn it! I wish I could be there.
Come up, we'll come up, bro. Don't worry. Saskatchewan. I don't know how you say it.
Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan.
Yeah, just don't come here in a winter month. You guys will 100% regret it.
Dude,
Oh, fucking
you
A.
were telling me it's like -40 sometimes there.
Yeah, like we're starting to finally wind. Oh, Grant's face. We're starting to wind down a bit right now, but yeah, like from I'd say mid-January to like last week, we get like an average. It's like -30 here, and I
Holy
don't know. We're Celsius, so I don't know what the conversion is, but I know that -40 is the same, both Celsius and Fahrenheit, and we get to that at some points overnight. Some
yo,
yeah, yeah, fucking, and like we have to plug our cars in. We have to start them every once in a while, and that's even without the snow on top of it, right? Like it
dude.
sucks.
I genuinely like don't know how I could. I don't think I'd be sane. This is our first New York winter. I was telling you about it. We are like, we're at our wits' end. We're like,
Yeah.
dude, get us out of here.
Well, then why'd you guys make the move from Houston or Texas? I guess.
Yeah, we were in Austin before, and one, we love the energy of the city, and we thought, okay, well, this is probably a prime spot for music. It's a prime spot for fashion. Can's been here for fashion weeks.
Mhm.
Um, but we quickly realized that New York is a DJ centered city,
Yeah,
not an artist city, which makes sense because there's not a lot of space.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so, yeah, like people like the Dare, shit, Charlie, XCX, they spend a lot of time out here. And so we're like, okay, I mean, it's probably we're in the same like, world,
Mhm.
probably so. But then we realized, no, they're all in LA and they fly over here to do like a month's work and then they come
Yeah.
back.
Exactly. I think the quality of life in New York is something that we just because to Austin's credit, it's a very active and very healthy city. I'd say it's one of the most health conscious cities in the South, if
Wow.
not the conscious city.
Honestly,
So
yeah.
it's really grown. A lot of that is due to like a lot of tech companies came in, and I think a lot of the flavor of the city is left now. But when we were there, I mean, I feel like you could still feel how Austin is really giving back to like nature and stuff like that versus, I mean, dude, there's literally no nature in
No.
New York. We miss that. Like,
You guys got Central Park, I guess. Like,
yeah, it's like an hour train from where we are. So we're like, dude, and yeah, the artist thing, like, I think a lot of artists, especially us, we really love like if you can just go outside and go on a walk in peace,
Mhm.
it's very nice. But out here, like you go out for a walk and then you step in some poop and then it's like,
Aw.
all right, I take the train. And it's a lot more grueling than we thought. The city's still beautiful. Like you have to hate it to love it.
well,
But
it's like I was telling you too. Like I love overstimulation and lights and everything. So I've always wanted to go to New York just because I be a typical tourist and stand in Times Square and like have an epileptic seizure by staring at all the buildings because we got nothing. Like we're the biggest city in Saskatchewan. I live in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. We're the biggest city in Saskatchewan, but we're only like 400,000 people.
Damn,
Wow.
wow.
Yeah, and New York's what, like almost 10 million?
It's
yeah,
crazy.
it's huge.
Yeah.
It's
And that's even to where we have more than 400,000 people in Austin. That's
100%.
Wow.
Yeah. And like size, like in square footage of just like the size of New York, it's really not that much bigger than any city you'd find in Texas, but it's literally like so dense.
Yeah.
You could go down any street and find like 50 different things. So
facts.
I mean, not a bad thing. You got all the bodegas and everything. It's like never a boring moment, right?
You will never be bored.
never be bored. Sure.
Well, and so it's funny that you say that like it's more of a DJ city. Do you guys think that that's gonna like sort of hurt your chances at like doing more shows, or are you kind of not overly worried about it? I guess you gotta wait and see how this first show goes, but
No, I think we're good because there's a lot of duo electronic people out here, such as Magna Carta, Frost Children, and there's plenty more that are great. I'm not mentioning right now. Off the top of my head, I just don't remember. But I think we're good. Me and Kim are actually trying to figure out how we're gonna get to LA.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
Yeah, I
yeah.
think for live music here, like I feel like there's a huge scene of people that just go out, want
Yeah.
to see like fun show.
Hmm.
And a live like artist show or tour is basically just a big party.
Yeah.
I do think LA just has so much more space, and we would love to just like be outside. We love playing basketball, so like being able to do that. So I think LA is definitely in our near future.
Whoa, I said I need it. Whoa, I said I need it. Whoa, I see you talking like you need it. Go ahead and show me why you call it. Whoa, need you to show me that it's all. Are you a big girl? Like you tell me. Are you an it girl? That was heavy. I like a big girl, a little heavy. Now let's go back to back. Look, I'm ready. Drop to the floor and let's make this thing sit. You will rock to the beat. Get emotions for a bit. You will don't wanna grease. You know how to be love. It's hard to beat like we're making a head thicker. What is insane that I need? Don't wanna say it, but I need. I can't complain that you need. I feel betrayed 'cause you're breaking your promise. Said you be all that. Give me your all, and that's all I wanted. Put your weight on it, like it's your call. Since you like this, and I'll do the all. You're breaking your promise. Said you be all that. Give me your all, and that's all I wanted. Put your weight on it, like it's your call. Since you like this, and I'll do the honors. Don't want your heart if it ain't. Don't feel the same if it ain't. Don't think it's real if it ain't. Why don't you love me like it? Up to the floor and let's make this thing sit. You will rock to the beat. Get emotions for bed. You will don't wanna grease. You know how to be love. It's hard to beat like we're making the head thicker. What is insane that I need? Don't wanna say it, but I need. I can't complain that you need it. Like a big girl, a little heavy. Is it insane that I need you here? Is it insane that I need it good? Is it insane that I need him? I feel betrayed 'cause you're said you be heavy.
I know that you guys. There was another older interview that I watched. It was like a 23 questions. Only Cameron was in the video. This was before you had found a singer and everything, but you had talked about wanting to like collab with people and everything. Do you guys still want to do that, or are you focused on building yourself first?
Great question.
Mhm.
Definitely, I think it's a big part for me as a producer now to be able to produce for other artists, especially after the album. I think people have heard like my sound, what I can do. People have hit me up, and I've started to work a little bit and produce for some other artists, which can't name yet, but I'm excited for the new stuff coming out. But I would definitely love to collab with some artists as Saturdays, but we're very particular about it. Like, I think it's a good thing that, especially our first album and most of I mean, all of our work is basically just us.
Yeah.
I think that helps the audience kind of know, like, okay, this is their sound. And then we can start introducing people into our world, letting them kind of do their thing with us. But I do think it's important for an artist to kind of start and have their build out themselves just by themselves for a little bit in the beginning.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair. And you guys did everything basically in house too, which is insane. And I keep forgetting how young you guys are. The fact that
Yeah,
you have done this much and you guys have like this much drive and stuff at like you're both 23, right? Or did Grant just turn 24? Or he's
I'm
turning
22.
you're 22. Oh my, man, I'm 34 and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing in my life. So like the fact that you guys have already done so much and you have all these plans and everything and like you have a clear idea of what you want to do, I think is so impressive. And like you guys 100% come off way more mature than two early 20s kids essentially. So like you guys should, I hope you guys are proud of yourselves and what you've done already, because like you guys are genuinely just getting started and like man, like the future is like nothing but bright for you guys.
Thank you so
Thank you so
much.
much, man. That means a ton for real. And yeah, I mean, we've worked so hard to get to where we are, and the hard work isn't going to stop. We're just so this is like we love doing it. It's hard work for sure. Like to put into perspective, like the album every single day for 3 months, I think I put in at least 8 to 16 hours a day, just straight
Damn.
work, work, work. And a lot of that, like I taught myself piano for this album. I really came into my own, and it took so much just manpower. A lot of the songs I had in my head, I was like, dude, it's gonna take me a long time to get there. So happy with how everything sounds, but um, it didn't. There's times where it didn't even feel like hard work. It's like we love it so much. It's a blessing that we can put that much into it.
Well, it definitely shows. Like the album, especially, just drips passion and stuff. Like the first song I've had, man. Like when the drop happened, I was genuinely smiling from ear to ear because I was like, "Holy shit!" I'm like, I could feel all the hard work and everything, and I was like, "Man, like this." I'll sound biased no matter what because I've been supporting you guys for a while, but like I was like so proud of you guys and just like, man, this is like one of the best things I've ever heard. And like I've seen the reaction from people online as well who haven't been following you guys as long, and people genuinely fuck with it. So I think that it's been received super well, and I don't see it like the hype from it going away. It's still like I've listened to the album every day since it's dropped. So
No, much
Yeah.
love, man. That's so awesome.
and like speaking of collabs again, I still want to scratch for you guys on a track. We just got to figure it out. Like it can't be forced, you know. So if you guys are
Yeah.
ever still down for that, I still wanted to work on something for you guys. I just, Cameron sent me something. I won't say the name of anything, just so people don't get like ideas or spoils. And I still hear some things in my head for that, but I just can't quite nail the parts because it's like it's tough because it's such a different sound, right? So like trying to scratch over something like that, I'm like, I don't want it to sound like shit. But
Nah, dude, it's gonna sound sick when if you're touching it. Well, that's but we to spoil for you, I guess, in a cool way for our fans. I'm sure fans might know by this point. I have no clue. We're gonna drop it at some point, but I've been getting into making ambient music, and
ooh.
I think scratching could be kind of interesting over like an ambient thing. If it's like ambient textures, you can give the non-rhythmic just air of ambience like
Mhm.
a texture. I could also see you doing some scratching at like a pop-up or something we do. Like,
Oh yeah, 100%. If you guys like, it's harder to come to the States because I need a visa, even if I'm not making money, which sucks. But if you guys ever play a show like in Canada, I will fly out to wherever you guys are playing. Because don't play in. I mean, I wish I could say play in Saskatoon, but don't play in Saskatoon. If you guys like play in Toronto or Toronto or Vancouver, that's usually where this bands play. I will fly there and I will DJ for you guys. Like I'll DJ a whole set if you want, but I will also scratch for you guys.
so
Much
much
love.
love, man. So
Thank
much
you.
love. Yo, when we're out in Canada, we're definitely
Defo.
Have
linking.
you guys ever been to Canada before? Like at all? No,
No.
it's okay. I mean,
Yeah. What's some Canada slang? I know you guys have a very different
well,
way.
man, like Canada's. I'll tell you some Saskatchewan slang. So, you know, like a beanie, like a skull cap, right? We call them
Yeah.
toques.
Toots.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like an Inuit word, I'm pretty sure. And then for Saskatchewan hoodies, we call them bunny hugs.
bunny
Bunny
hugs.
hugs.
Nowhere else in Canada calls them bunny hugs but us.
That's
Yo,
cute.
that's so adorable.
And then like I'll go to like a show and like a touring band is playing and like I'll see that they have like a hoodie and I'm like, oh, I'll get the black bunny hug, and they're like, the fuck are you talking about? I was like, sorry, the hoodie. Like
That's crazy, yo.
yeah. And I don't know why, because like I don't think rabbits have pouches. You know, like
That's so cute though. What the hell? It's
I
very,
guess
like,
yeah, it's quirky.
yeah, that's so cool.
What else is some Canada slang? I don't know, like because it's like I'm Canadian, but like I I feel like I sound like more American than Canadian, and I've never really fully like ingrained myself in Canadian culture because being half Latino, half Caucasian, everything, I got such a conflicted environment growing up. So I didn't really have like a Canadian identity. So yeah, I don't know, slang, maple syrup. I don't know. There you go. Maple syrup, Celsius, wind chill.
Holy
Chill.
shit.
Do you
Is it
guys
like
do not have wind chill in that's
when
I guess that shows how cold it gets here.
And we definitely do. We are not accustomed to wind chill because like when would it ever happen in Texas?
Apply, yeah. Like we'll have like nights where it's like minus 25, which is cold, but then
damn,
with the wind chill feels like minus 52.
Holy bro.
with that,
Dude.
bro? Oh my
I don't
goodness.
how do you survive? How many
What?
layers?
Man, we're depressed like all winter. We a lot of us don't leave our houses just to go to work and stuff. Like I don't see a lot of my friends and stuff during the winter because I was like, man, like it's not worth it. Like I don't want to leave my house, get stuck in the snow, freeze to death. But then our summers, beautiful, like plus 30 every day, and like, oh man, it's super colorful. We got like a really nice river and everything, and like a really good community in Saskatoon. There's always a lot going on. So
Interesting.
The payoff.
yeah, we just got to get through 4 months of hell to reach it. So
Yo. That's what it feels like in here, man. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo. I think Texas,
What?
dude, you get 1 month of winter basically.
and like, does it even get cold there?
Man,
In comparison to this, not at all. Like 32 back then was like, whoa, we're like
freezing. School cancel.
code red, school cancel, like everyone's freaking out.
So you get like
here, it was
you get like
whoa,
a centimeter of snow, and like they call a school day, or
Yeah,
really,
like there's no work, no nothing.
Well,
I can count on my hand how many times we've actually had snow and where we are in Texas.
god damn, man, I wish like we like every 2 years we'll have like a record-breaking blizzard and get more snow than like the time before, and like 2 years ago we had 40 centimeters of snow in one night.
My goodness.
And one like in 2021, one day we were the coldest place on earth.
Yo,
Scary, bro.
that's crazy.
So again, don't ever if anyone ever tells you to play a show in Saskatchewan in like January, February, it's a trap. They want you to suffer.
They are lying.
Yeah.
We'll gladly avoid that one.
Yeah.
Don't forget. Come on, tell me. What? How could you forget? Don't you forget my face. I won't have nowhere to go. I'll do whatever it takes to recover what you know. So I'll figure it must go. But a name that felt like home was a memory of my own. We were just right there. You forget. Forget.
So with the album, I know there must have been a lot of songs that didn't make the cut. How many songs do you have in the vault? Because I know one of your most famous songs, I'd say, is the Omela's Snippet. That was like one of the first pieces of music that you guys dropped on streaming services. What made you decide to pick these songs to go on the album?
Yeah, great question. For the album, I created a 24 sound palette of just these are the sounds that define me. Everything kind of has to fit within this world. It's like synths, and I mean it's mostly just synth sounds.
Mhm.
And all the songs that we chose felt like they fit the color palette and the overall world of the album versus we have genuinely like our vault keeps growing. I make so many songs. So I think there's probably like four like songs that were almost done that didn't make the cut, that were like kind of propped up to be on the album. We wanted this one to be short and sweet. We wanted to tell like a wider story, and I'm big on numerology, so I do everything in eights. I was born on August 8th, and
We're birthday twins or birthday brothers or whatever it is. I'm August 9th.
no, that's so cool. Holy shit. That's awesome. But yeah, I do everything in eights, and I'm turning 24 this year, which is 888.
Yep.
So I
Wild.
felt 24 sounds and like the year of the horse. I was like, dude, this is all like swirling. I'm born in 2002, so I'm a horse. So it felt like everything was swirling up. So I was like, okay, I got to lock down on these sounds. But the songs we didn't decide to put on the album are a little more. I'd say like there's like a jazzy one. There's like a samba.
New Jack.
There is a metal song on there that we still to this day are going to keep as a metal track, which is cool. It's like a what is it like a bossa nova, but
Yeah, dude. I don't even know.
Oh my God. I need to hear that.
definitely soon. But we do have plans to drop something in the early summer, something more. We got so much music we want to be like super giving this year.
Well, I know you guys are like, you're inspired a lot by K-pop and stuff too. I mean, it helps that Cameron's half Korean, but are you guys going to try and, because I know K-pop artists do like mixtapes and stuff more often than full-fledged albums. Are you guys going to try and do that or just sort of stick to albums and maybe EPs?
Honestly, we haven't decided yet. We were talking about that earlier. So
Yeah, I think I fell in love with the process of like making an album for sure. It's such an intimate experience, and you get to tell such a cool story over such a long period of songs. But I do think that EPs and like little mixtapes are so much easier, and you could still tell like a cool short story through that. So for the early summer, don't want to give away too much, but expect an EP or a small mixtape for sure.
Sick. That makes me excited. I got something to look forward to now. So.
Hell yeah.
And I want to,
A bunch of new like behind the scenes songs. Like we're probably going to be teasing some. Well, we have teased something by this point. By the time this comes out, at our new show.
cool. And I mean, if you ever want to just send me stuff, just feel free. You know, I won't tell anybody. ask about this one song too. Does the song title "Red Light Lips" mean anything to you guys?
Oh.
Yo.
You find that?
So I didn't find. I tried to dig everywhere to find the actual song, but I could not find the song itself. I just found that it existed and it dropped in 2021 in May. Uh, I want to
Oh.
know, why doesn't that song exist anymore?
Yeah,
It's so not us.
that was the first song I ever wrote. That was the first song he ever drummed.
Yeah.
So we were literally just, it was one of those songs we were just like, we can make a song. Oh my goodness, let's release it.
When it had a feature on it too, I think, right? Like,
It did. Shout out Olivia.
Shout out Olivia.
She's
Thank you.
cool.
But yo,
It was just not us.
we are not proud of that song. Like,
man, I'm so stoked I caught you guys off guard with that.
Yeah.
that's gonna stay in the vault forever. There's probably someone that has like a sound bite of it. I think like,
There's probably like 5 people in the world.
yeah, it's probably 5 people who
I tried looking everywhere for it, like your old SoundClouds, and I tried Google, like on Facebook and everything. I Googled it. I was like, man, should I just go on the dark web and try and find it? But I was like, you know what? No, it's probably a reason they don't have it up anymore. So I'm gonna let Sleeping Dogs lie. But I was super curious about it. So
Yeah.
very indie. It's basically like
Indie rock.
you would, if you heard it, you'd be like, this is not Saturdays at all. Like, there's nothing
damn.
about it that is Saturdays. We were like 4 months in to make it.
Well, is Omela's ever going to be finished, or is that just going to be like its own the mysterious snippet that stays a snippet?
Well, we'll keep it mysterious.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, kind of. And it's funny that like you guys are from Texas originally. What the fuck's in the water there that makes musicians so damn good and experimental?
Bingo. We were just talking about this 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, because Travis Scott is literally in the same, or he was from the same, basically what, county as us.
Yeah, yeah.
Almost neighborhood. But I think it's Sugarland, Texas, where we grew up, and there's quite a few musicians from just that area specifically, and I think it is one of the most diverse areas in all of the nation.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, it's super diverse. So being there, you're going to meet people of all walks of life, and I think that adds a lot to why people are so creative there. You've interacted with someone who's totally different than you,
Yeah.
Versus maybe other communities in Texas, especially Texas, are a lot more monogamous in their expression.
True. And one thing I actually was confused by here was in New York, there's like schools that focus on one thing. Like this is only a STEM school or an art school. This isn't high school, by the way. But for us, we would be in the lunch table. One person wants to be a neurologist. One person wants to be a nuclear engineer, Olympian, musician, and we're just all chit-chatting it up. Everybody was on their own path. And I think that really helped us taking different perspectives.
Well, it helps that like Texas seems to be like super like ethnically diverse too. So like there's so many different cultures and stuff like coming in and combining. So I think that helps to the fact that artists can experiment because they're bringing in their own cultures and everything, right? So
For sure.
100%. I think when we were there, we were actually in Texas. I mean, we grew up there, so we were kind of like, yeah, fuck Texas, bro. It sucks, it's hot, whatever. But now that we've left, I have so much more appreciation for Texas, especially the area we grew up. It was so diverse, and it was we're so blessed to have like had that experience of just meeting so many different people. And the food in Texas,
Fire.
I will always miss it.
I've heard it's really good because it's like my very first time I ever did one of these things, it was with Gus from Omerta.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so back in 2021, and yeah, he was talking about the food and everything, and like it just sounds amazing. Like Saskatoon, actually, in Canada, we're always on like top 10 spots you should eat at and everything. We have a really good food scene, but it's still really small, and we don't have stuff like Texas barbecue and stuff that that I want to eat and stuff. So I want to go to Texas someday just to experience it myself.
I think you would love it genuinely. Like it's especially from being from Canada. I think it's such a different vibe. Warm. The Southern hospitality is something that we don't think about that much, but I think what we got here is a little bit of a culture thing that people just aren't as affable.
Yeah.
People in Texas are like, yo, like what are you doing? Here's a napkin. I don't know. Like people are so nice over there.
Well, New York always it always gets like the joking rep. People are like kind of like, like the whole "I'm walking here" thing, like
Yeah, yeah.
there's definitely a little bit of that. It's like kind of funny though. It's almost like a love language out here.
Very blunt. Like someone will be crying. I actually saw this. Someone was crying on the subway like, before they got in. They're like, and someone just threw a tissue at them. It's like the love, but like very like,
tough
Super
love.
yeah.
Yeah. And there are couples here who are like, I fucking love you. And then it's like, that's it. It's like, oh, wow. Oh, it's cute.
Well, that's why I think it's cool that your debut show, you're doing it free and all ages, so you can get like such a wide group of people to come out who might not be able to go to a show if it was licensed or something like that.
Facts,
100%.
yeah.
Yeah. Like we were really big on making this one free because we want everyone to be able to experience us at least once.
Yeah.
And yeah, like we was just, it would have been unfair to the audience to have them like have to pay something or anything. I think it's cool that people will be able to experience this for the first time and be like, yeah,
So the standard.
this is like a night I want to remember. Like,
Are you guys going to be filming it or anything at all? Like, because it feels like something you guys would do. So,
Oh, yeah.
100%. Yeah, we really want an idea that we're doing. I hope we can execute it by the time the show happens. But we want to do CRT TVs and have them act as like a jumbotron because we
oh,
love like jumbotrons and how like when you're in a stadium, artists can interact with the camera and it's kind of an alternate like portal which the audience can look at and interact with the artists in that way. But we can't do that yet, obviously.
yeah.
But we want to do that through a CRT TV and have people who are outside the show be able to see us through like a small TV and see like, damn, like that's what's going on inside.
Oh man, that's such a cool idea. This is why I think you guys would like thrive in Japan too, like because they love crazy ideas like that. So when you guys like finally get shows under your belt, you got to play a show in Japan. Like I'm telling you right now, they will love you there.
Much love. I remember, yeah, I remember seeing your trip to Japan, and we were talking about a little bit about Japan, and dude, it looks so.
Well, I just got my flights for my next trip too. I'm gonna be there for New Year's this year.
Congrats.
Oh, nice.
Congrats.
Yeah,
That's
That's
gonna be
so
fun.
awesome.
pretty stoked on that.
I would
So
love to experience the honeybee over there, the sakura blossoms.
yeah, it's like the tourism gets really crazy around that time of year. So I haven't been there for like the sakura blooms and everything, but every like I'm gonna be there for like their New Year's festivals and everything. I can't remember the name of it, but they have like festivals like basically the whole week, and they have a term at midnight. I don't remember what it is, but on New Year's where they'll have the fireworks, of course, but you could go to there's a bunch of temples around Tokyo where you can go and like do your first prayer of the year and everything, and just really like engross yourself in their culture. So
That's so cool. Is it the thing where you get like your fortune as well?
yeah, I think so.
That's so cool.
It's I'm gonna be overwhelmed, but like I'm stoked because I'm there December 28th. I fly out. I arrive on the 29th, and I'm there till January 19th. So I'm there for 3 weeks. So for New Year's and beyond, yeah.
100%. That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Japan is definitely a bucket list.
Sorry, what was that?
I was just saying Japan is definitely a bucket list.
Yeah, you guys need to be there. I mean, Omerta played there.
Yeah.
Facts, yeah.
And it's funny, like I'm bringing them up again because for you guys, this is gonna be like the ultimate glaze I think I've ever done for you. But for you guys, when I heard your stuff, it was the first time in like 5 years that I heard an artist where I was like, they're on to something special. This is the new wave. I need to tap into this because these guys are the future. Because the last band to do that was actually Omerta. And I still feel that way about them as well. And it's cool that you guys like kind of run in the same circles because it's like, oh, of course they do. They're super creative and like they know what they want to do and they know what they want their sound to be and they know how to evolve. And it's just such a weirdly small world when it comes to like artists like that.
It was crazy that we're from the same city too. We were like, yo, Mason too. We were much cooler with them, like what, 2023 maybe.
Middle area.
We don't keep in tab with them as much, but I wish the best for the boys. And
Well, I mean, they've kind of dropped off the earth a bit because they're working on their next album, I know, but they're also dealing with like a bunch of like random internal stuff that I don't know if I can actually talk about on here. So
yeah, we haven't heard much from them recently, but we did hear, I think, their new album. I don't know if you've heard any of it, but it
I've
sounded real.
heard pieces, yeah, and like they're obviously way sonically different than you guys, but I think that you guys sort of have like you guys have like the same sort of mentalities and everything when it comes to approaching music. You want to do something that's unique and new, and while you obviously want it to be received well, you also don't care what people think of you. And I think that is like just the recipe for success is wanting to be your most authentic self, especially at your age. It's like the frontal lobe doesn't even fully develop in men till like 25. And the fact that you guys are already this creative and smart, it's like, man, 25 is going to hit and you guys are going to go to the moon.
Thank you so much.
The one question I always ask people, like this is just a repeating question that I've done every time I've had this show, and I'm sorry, Grant, that I didn't give the questions beforehand, but this is one that I want to be on the spot. If you could compare your sound, and we'll just go with this album, Yin and Yang, to a food and a drink to pair it with, what food would it be and what drink would it be and why?
Yeah.
That's fucking hard, dude. Okay, well,
That's
actually,
great.
you do yours first. I'm gonna close my ears. Actually, I'm gonna step outside.
Okay, yeah. Fuck, dude. Damn, that's hard. That's
I know, and that's why I always want to be this one on the spot because I was like, I can't have anyone prepared for this. They got to just go.
Okay, I think for the food, my favorite food is japchae. It's Korean glass noodle stir fry. It's an amalgamation of a bunch of different ingredients that, in all honesty, aren't necessarily part of like they're part of the Korean diet, but they're not solely like part of the Korean diet. But there's one ingredient, the glass noodles, the sweet potato noodles, that I think is very kind of iconic in the Korean food space. And the way it's assembled is so Korean, and it's such a unique style of taking literally just stir fry noodles. So I think that says a lot. Like it's a big pot of a lot of it's a big melting pot,
Okay.
but it still finds its own unique voice. It still finds its own fingerprint. So I'd say that's our meal comparison. Drink, yeah.
Because like
Almost-
I feel like wine. Do you say wine?
Because wine is pretty good.
And there's also there's different flavors of wine, and you can have dry wine and wet wine, and it can be like sultry and smooth, but you can also drink it and get fucked up, right? Like,
Sure. I would say our music is I hope that our music is like water, that it feels essential and it feels like, everyone craves water at some point.
And it
So I hope
flows.
that our music has that effect. So I would say that. I'd say those two.
So water and how do you pronounce the other one?
Japchae.
Chop Chang. Water and Chop Chang. That's cool. I really like that. I like that answer. For comparison, like when I asked Gus, he said, "Oh, bath salts and Szechuan."
Yo,
So
that's
like
great.
people have given a different answer each time, which is super stoked. So I'm curious to hear what Grant's got to say now.
I'm interested to see what he does. I'll let him take over. I'm gonna chart.
You get yours?
Yeah, I got mine in there.
All right. I know what mine is.
Actually, I'm gonna have to leave for this. Actually,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
So the food I chose is oxtails with pho
Ooh,
because there's a lot of, I mean, Black and Korean like that, but also it's a homey feeling. It's two combinations. This album has a lot of combinations that feel familiar, and together it feels very right. You've never had it in your life. Like I don't know where to get oxtails and pho other than in Houston.
oxtail pho is
I can't real. I've never. What is an oxtail? Like I've always heard of it, but I don't know what it even is.
It's like a brothy soup. You can better describe it
the
than me.
oxtail's a
Oh, it's okay, oxtail.
yeah, oxtail is it's like a certain cut of the cow, but
Okay.
it when braised, it's so tender. It's like
Juicy.
so good. It also just has a unique meaty flavor. I can't really put it into words, but it's definitely something to try, especially if you're in the South.
Oh yeah.
So good.
And
My mouth genuinely feels like it's starting to water now. Like from hearing all this food.
It's almost I would equate it to like Wagyu, how much I
Oh,
like it.
okay.
So good.
very fire. But
And now, Grant, what's the drink?
oh, I would say the drink is damn. I was thinking about this. Okay. I'll say personally for me, it's blue Gatorade because it's refreshing and I want to drink it all the time.
That's somewhat close to what Cameron said. He just said water. So you got
Oh, yeah?
your refreshment and your electrolytes, and people crave it. So,
Hell yeah, I crave blue Gatorade. I love it.
oh no, those are both great answers. Oh, I guess you didn't hear what Cameron said when you were out of the room,
yeah.
eh?
Can I actually
yeah.
guess?
Okay.
Yeah.
I had my ears plugged. I was like making noises so I couldn't hear. Cameron probably chose like Chapche.
Yeah, 100% on the money.
Yeah, and he probably said because it reminds him of home. It's his favorite dish, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, you guys are best friends.
Real.
Yeah, and I was telling Cameron, like for comparison, Gus from Omerta said Szechuan and bath salts. And have you guys ever heard Iris EXE? Have you ever listened to her music? I gotta put you on to her. You guys would love her. But she said Red Hot Cheetos and White Monster energy drink. So like everyone's given a perfect answer, and it's always been a different answer each time. So that's why I love asking that question, because it's just something new to think about.
Great
Right? So,
question. Thank you so
yeah,
much.
of
What would you
course.
say about Saturdays?
Oh man, well I think wine was like the one, because it's like you guys are like I said, it could be classy, but it could also be a drink that you want to drink to get fucked up and just feel something, you know what I mean? And it can make you sad. You get like wine drunk and be sad, or kind of feel like you just want to have a good time. So, and then for the food, oh man, I don't know, because you guys are such a combination of everything. I'd say like, oh man, like, and this isn't racist because you're Korean, but sushi, maybe, just because like there's like so much you can do with it and so many flavors you can combine, and when you pick the right flavors, the flavor palette is just amazing. Because you can have really shitty sushi, but when you nail it, it's perfect. And I think you guys are top tier sushi and a really good glass of red wine.
So much love. So,
Yeah,
Oh,
Hey,
man, no one's ever asked me that question in reverse, so I'm glad I thought of something right away.
hell yeah.
But you fog up the glass cause you breathe up. If so for the class like something up. Only thing you left was a memoir. Come on back cause I ain't knew you was a freak until you. I'm always Cause I know you was a freak until ya. I'ma whisper in your ear until ya. If you ask, you already know the answers. I'ma get you off beat until ya. With me, it's easy to obey all laws of nature. With me, it's okay to give way to all you yearn for. What? When you're with me, it's beautiful, dear. Grant the Cupid's picture, it's true. When you're with me, it's beautiful, dear. Grant the Cupid's picture, it's true. When you're with me, it's beautiful, so slow down. Give me friends, oh darling. Go down, see where you end. It's hard to find it. Let's see how you really hurt. It's beautiful. It's easy to obey all laws of nature. With me, it's okay to give way to all you yearn for. This is the end, isn't it?
Real quick question before we start to wrap it up. This is just me like a curious thing that I just thought of right now. What are your guys' favorite albums of all time? Like just if you could pick one, what's your favorite album of all time and why? Because I want to see like if it's influenced you or if it's something that is just your go-to to listen to like on a bad day. Like
I'll let you go first.
Hold up. Isn't that the name? It's so bad.
Fuck.
Hey, well,
We just like the songs. We're like, fuck.
my favorite album for me is, it may be an album, but Invincible by Michael Jackson.
oh, that's a good choice. Yeah.
All the songs, love it. I didn't know if it was Invincible or Incredible. I keep on forgetting it. But
I
yeah.
think it's Invincible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot, favorite album. You're giving me some tough questions. I have two that really influenced this album. I'm cheating a little bit, but I really can't pick. We have the physical of this one, but Diary of a Madman, Jodeci.
Jodeci, nice.
One of my favorite albums since I was very young, since I was in high school, and hearing Devontae is the one that made the album. He's one of the members, and his work on piano, his harmonies, like the fact that we even do harmonies is totally just influenced by Jodeci and the way they approach harmony. It's gospel, but gospel's so closely related to classical music, and I think that's just so inspiring to me. So I definitely say that the synth on like Yin in the transition is also like super inspired by Forever My Lady, or not Forever My Lady, one of the songs on but I'd say that album and Mirabilis by Malice Miser. It's like classical. It's almost this like Baroque, but J-rock. And that's one of the reasons I even make music to this day. Like we found that when we were in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And that album is just the aesthetic, the sound palette, all of that has just influenced me so much. So I'd say those two.
You guys have mentioned Malice Miser a few times. You're gonna have to put me onto them. So like send me some of their stuff later because I'm very curious now.
I think you'll love them. They're so beyond their time. I wish they still made music.
I just love when artists like just do such unique things and aren't afraid to experiment. And sometimes it takes them a little while into their career to actually do it. So that's why I'm glad you guys are doing it right out the gate. So
Thank you.
last few questions. You guys, merch coming soon? Yes?
Oh yeah. Hell yes. Late March.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because you guys just did that update to your website and everything, and I saw that thing. It was like crossed off. I was like March 2026. I was like, but I want it. It is March 2026. I want it now. What like are you guys with let's just pretend that this show has happened already. Are you excited for the future? What kind of shows do you want to continue to do? Without spoiling anything, you've already have plans, but like, are you guys wanting to be more like an intimate style show, or do you guys dream or plan on doing like arena tours someday?
Oh yeah.
100%. Yeah, arenas, stadiums, like to for all the ideas we have in our head about where we can take this, like we want to be able to perform on the biggest stages and give the whole world. We want our whole world to be the audience, to be able to give everyone a huge show. And we'll definitely after like posts in the short term be doing a small tour. We're still picking out the cities, but we'll be doing a small tour for sure after this debut show.
Sick. I think you guys, I could see you guys in an arena. That's the crazy thing. Like, especially with just your sound too. It's so big. Like it's so like grandiose and cinematic sometimes. It's like, yeah, of course this can be in a fucking arena. Like it shouldn't just be constrained to a small club. Like not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm like, man, these guys need a stage.
100%. And we're so excited for that. It's going to be huge.
Is there anything you guys have to say to anyone out there who maybe I mean, this is such a cliche question, but I feel like since you guys are so young, I feel like you guys can really speak to it. Like, is there anything thing that you could say to people out there who sort of want to be doing art like this?
100%. My first answer, and I say this to everyone, is to truly like control your self-talk.
Oh, you took.
The way you speak to yourself is so important, and your mind dictates your reality. You know, you can change the way you think. You have full control over that. So, especially when you're young and you have neuroplasticity and you have, full control, you can make mistakes. Like you should be your biggest cheerleader. And if you tell yourself that, I could be good at this thing, you'll go into it with the confidence knowing that you can be. Versus, I know so many people go into this and go into something and are like, I don't know if this is for me. It's my first time doing it. But the people that don't even think about it, just act and think, okay, I've done this before, I can do that. I think that really does help you so much, just not only in creativity, but in life.
Right. Fire. Yeah, I was gonna say, I would tell people that are starting out to be very kind to yourself. And it's not hard, it's just unfamiliar. There's a difference. And I say that because right now I'm learning how to produce. And there's moments I'm like, I might get frustrated, but then I'm like, okay, bro, this is not hard. It's just I've never done this before. So obviously I'm gonna run into some ruts. But if I'm kind to myself, being a good coach myself, everything will be all right. And doing just that.
Sure. And I think the last thing I would say, this is a kind of a long answer, but
That's fine.
I think that it's important for creative people to tap deeply into who they are and what they liked as a child and what they've liked as they grew up. There's a quote to not go wider, but to go deeper. And I think that's huge for art. Like we've cut off so many things that we've liked, but maybe they weren't servicing us. And I think when people are young, they want to be everything. They want to do everything. But I think as you age and as you create more, you start wanting to just go deeper into the things that you really love. Like for me, Pokemon is huge, and I've loved Pokemon ever since I was a kid. And now I'd say Pokemon is easily like one of my biggest influences. And I feel like I make that apparent through the music versus, I mean, I love metal, I love Sade, I love like jazz, but combining all that at the same time, like it doesn't need to do that every song.
Hell yeah, no, those are both incredible answers. Like again, this is why I don't believe you guys are so young, because you're both just so like incredibly well spoken. And yeah, like what Grant was saying, especially about being kind to yourself isn't hard, it's just unfamiliar. I think that a lot of people should resonate with that, because I think we live in like a time right now where like people are so easily like filled with like nihilistic tendencies and everything. And I mean, like there's a lot of shitty stuff happening in the world right now, but there's always been shitty stuff happening in the world, and like, you don't have to ignore it completely, but you can not let it sour you as a person. And if you try and just be nicer to yourself and everything else just sort of becomes easier. So
1,000. You're still gonna be in the same position, so why not just be kind to yourself,
exactly. Where can people find you guys?
Saturdays, SADDERDAYS on every platform. And I've had Saturdays on socials.
And your personals?
Personals for me, Grant Celestine. If you look up Grant Celestine, I think I'm the only person with that name in the world. So yeah.
And I have a more basic name, Cameron Wesley, but I have two Y's on the end of my handle. So Instagram, TikTok, you name it.
And when I edit this, I'll make sure they pop up too. So
Love,
you're
love,
not gonna
love.
give any love to Throb's Instagram? Come on. I'm just kidding. That about does it for this episode of Rage Radio. Thank you again, Grant and Cameron, for coming on. I'm glad that I could have you here. I'm glad you guys took the time out of your busy schedule to come on here. I'm glad that we've sort of built almost like an online friendship together, because I think you guys are honestly some of the nicest, most humble people I've met, and I'm very glad that I got this opportunity to talk to you, and I'm excited to see where you guys go, because this is only your beginning, and like literally, like you guys have no ceiling, and that's what's so exciting to me, seeing artists like this. So yeah, again, thank you for coming on.
Oh, thank you so much for having us on the show, your continued support. I think having someone that believes in you, whether it's someone close to you or someone that's in Saskatoon, is huge. And like, we will always remember you. And we we literally talk about like, dude, Mr. Rager's like the fucking goat.
Hell yeah.
Believe in us since like we were young and we were doing this other thing. Like it truly means the world to us. So thank you again, always, for everything you do.
No, of course. Of course. Anytime. So yeah, until next time, everybody, I've been Mr. Rager. You've been awesome. Goodbye and good night.
blinked less. Time with you would have lasted longer. Well, I mean, I've had Saturdays.